Welcome in, everyone, to the very first episode of Shattered Virtues, a completely homebrew written campaign by yours truly. My name is Tim. I am the dungeon master for this campaign for this crazy ass group of people. First up, I'm just going based off the order of whose webcams I see first. We're going to introduce Benjamin.
Hey, yep, Ben, I'm playing Gabriel in this campaign.
Awesome. Next up, we're going to go with Chase, the crazy man in the wizard hat.
I'm Chase. I'm playing the crazy wizard, Casper.
Awesome. We've got Anthony.
Anthony playing Oriel Blackthorn, High Elf Sorcerer.
Awesome. Then we've got Devin.
I'm Devin. I'm going to be playing Guts, the Kobold Barbarian.
Awesome. Joel.
I'm Joel, and I'm playing a Dragonborn Paladin.
Last but not least, we got my brother Sam.
Yeah, hi guys, Sam here. I will be playing Sap Feldspar, Earth Genasi Artificer.
Awesome. So before we get too deep into things, I don't want to forget about this. I'm using a couple of maps from some fantastic Patreon creators. So just want to give a quick shout out to Ataraxian Bear and Seppuku. They have got some awesome maps on Patreon. Go and check them out. I have not been given any money to say this. I just seriously find their stuff fantastic, and I'm using it in this episode today. So, great. So we are basically ready to get into things. Everyone feeling good?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Feeling great.
All right, let's get it going. I figure since session 0 didn't record, you guys cool if I just kind of go through that little monologue that I went through last week?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So, as you walk, you see beautiful, opulent spires that reach for the heavens, adorned with intricate carvings and glowing sigils that reflect the interplay between life and death. This city's layout defies conventional rules, with streets that seem to be made out of plum and apricot-colored clouds that emit a glow like a beautiful sunrise winding through luminous gardens, courtyards, and structures that seem to shift and change as you walk through them. The temperature here is cold, but not freezing, and you look down to yourselves, and you see an ethereal version of your body. A faintly opaque shape reminiscent of your corporeal form, and you see a pearlescent thread that seems to connect to your chest. It leads you to a large spire that reaches towards the sky and shares an iridescent glow to that same shimmering thread. On the way there, you see the city is inhabited by a diverse array of ethereal beings, drawn from all corners of the multiverse. Souls from various cultures and races coexist here, moving and winding through these pathways on their own path towards their final plane of existence. As you continue walking and taking all this in, you feel that string on your chest get pulled taut, your essence and your ethereal self being swept forward uncontrollably, your body being pulled at seemingly unsurvivable speeds, the world warping around you until you are flung through the doors of a massive tower building. Casper, you look down at your hands and your feet and this ethereal body that you've just seen for the first time, really. Your head hurts, and memories flash before your eyes. You see yourself standing in a darkened, shadow-filled place. The light pervaded in gray, a dim light that casts long shadows in a desolate area with twisted, gnarled trees and landscapes that evoke feelings of melancholy and unease. You remember this place. You see yourself at the edge of a large cliff, and the last thing you remember is that pit in your stomach, that feeling of falling. Go ahead and Go ahead and give me a little description about what your character looks like in its corporeal form.
Oh, well, Casper, I guess, is a friendly ghost right now. Casper is a Shatterkai elf. He is a wizard. The Shatterkai are a race of elves from the Shadowfell. Casper is about 6 feet tall. He's got a slender build. He has a very pale gray skin and some black flowing hair that stops right at the shoulders. Casper is adorned in a cloak, all black, made of raven feathers. Hanging below his neck is a necklace. Looks like it is made from the skeleton of a small animal. Casper also carries a stick. It's not much of a quarterstaff, but just right for not much of a wizard.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Aaron Cross.
Aaron Cross.
You're flung through these same doors, and as you look down at your ethereal form, you hear a scream that fills your ears. Dad! And realization hits you. You were just in an extremely stressful, extremely tear-jerking moment of your life. You remember seeing storming, thunderous night where your hometown, the Citadel, was overrun. You see this chaotic slideshow of horrible abominations tearing apart members of your family and trying to fight, and your body being pulled back before a gut-wrenching pain. Your focus is still on your children before everything turns black. Go ahead and introduce your character.
My name is Aaron Cross. I'm a 6-foot golden dragonborn, adorning scales that glow with radiance like molten lava. I have battle-hardened scars along my face, and blue, beady, lifeless eyes that stare back at you. I wear an intricately crafted suit of chainmail armor with a flowing cape. Etchings of runes and dragon scales across my pauldrons, and I am also wielding a massive great sword on my back with holy symbols carved into it.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
That sounds sick, dude. Love your voice.
Thank you.
The
I love your
next
voice,
one up.
buddy.
Oh, thanks. Next one up, Guts. You, in a similar sense, get flung through these doors, and looking down and realizing the state that your body's in, you immediately get flashbacks. Your brain goes into this semi-conscious state, and in your ears you hear, "We die together, boy." And standing up to drink a potion and not feel the pain, you and your master go headfirst into a swarm of men that grows by the second. Your heart's ablaze and gashes covering your entire body, being stricken with blows that you just can't come back from. You stand up once more, ready, tears falling down your face, as you see a demonic smile. It says, "Hello, little one." And you feel a sharp pain as a longsword is pushed into your stomach, and that's the last thing you remember. Go ahead and explain your character.
My name's Guts. I'm a little guy. I got white, scaly fur. I have bright red eyes. And I have a shoulder plate armor. And it goes all the way down to my hand. And I have a cloak. and I have a gigantic sword. It wouldn't be gigantic for me or for anybody else but me. And it's heavy as shit.
Oh yeah,
That's
giving
amazing.
rocket vibes.
That's amazing.
For real. All right. Next up, we're gonna go with Gabriel. On your city's darkest night, a terror descends. You, armed and prepared, having fought countless demons before, but this night was different. It was inexhaustible. It was a relentless tide that sought to engulf everything into its path. And a particularly powerful demon, its horns twisted, its red eyes aflame with hatred, confronted you with a savage roar. You two clashed, and you fought honorably, and you refused to yield. You managed to severely wound your opponent. And as the dust settled, you began to get overtaken by its minions. You raised your sword one last time and whispered a prayer. Your sword shining in a radiant light, a burst of divine energy. And when that light finally subsided, that's all that was left. And those are your final memories. Go ahead and describe your character for me.
I'm Gabriel. I'm a brass-colored dragonborn paladin. I have long black and gold chainmail. I have a noticeable thick scar that runs across my neck. I have a huge great sword and a shield on my back.
Awesome. Yeah. Another mighty dragonborn in the group. Next up,
Going
we're
down.
going to go with Oriole. There was a performance of magic that you remember in your noble house. Maidens and other nobles of the house were all in company. The demonstration of magic was designed to find you your wife. As the judgmental faces looked over you, the heir of the household, instead of the beautiful displays of magic that you intended to cast, huge burning fireballs erupted from your fingertips, annihilating everything in sight. Unable to control this, you launched these same fireballs at your feet. Pain overtakes you as this inferno of heat stretches up your legs, and that's your final memory. Go ahead and describe your character for us, buddy.
Oriole is a tall, slender, handsome high elf of a noble background. He has fair skin, very large ears reminiscent of Jack from the PlayStation games, black eyes, long blonde hair, adorned with braids, covered in jewelry. I'm wearing what in my noble house would be considered as casual clothing, but it is of the highest grade materials, leathers. I have 2 daggers on my left hip and a staff that is my arcane focus in my right. I also have a shoulder plate on my right, just a nice bit of shiny silver armor. Yeah, that's about it, mate.
This man's sexy as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Yeah,
he is. I'd fuck him. That's for sure. Last but not least, we have Sap Feldspar. Sap, you remember this very vividly. A call to service. There was a small township in proximity to a dam that was in need of help to rescue them from dehydration and disease. You remember countless hours of poring over your work, calculations, and scientific method, and you remember this sort of distillation tank that you were working on, and having put so much thought and time and energy into this, it caught you completely off guard when it exploded due to a miscalculation. Steam, fiery hot steam erupting into basically the entirety of your body. And you remember those being your final memories. Go ahead and describe your character.
Yes, everyone, my name is Sap Feldspar. I am a Earth Genasi, except there was a mutation upon my birth which has allowed for my skin to be all made of bark. I have appendages from my back that extend like antlers, but they're actually branches of a tree that break or regrow over time. I am wearing a green cloak with leather vestments and metal braces. I have medium to long length hair, and I'm wearing my glasses that I keep with me always, for I'd be pretty without luck without them.
And he only says, I am Sap.
I am Sap. Sap I am.
Yeah. So, thank you guys. Those were some awesome character descriptions. As you guys are flung through these massive doors, you are greeted by this grand atrium that seems to just stretch into eternity. The air is completely hushed, and a serene tranquility permeates the entirety of the space. Pillars of alabaster line the hall, each one bearing the likeness to a different deity or entity associated with the afterlife. As you make your way through this draw being pulled by this thread out of your chest, you feel the soft golden light that filters through stained glass windows that cast an otherworldly glow upon the floor of mosaic artistry, depicting scenes of souls being weighed and measured. You see in front of you, in the center of this atrium, stands a circular platform made of translucent crystal. And on this platform, 7 ornate thrones are arranged, each one representing the paragons who wield the power to pass judgment on the souls that arrive here. These thrones are sculpted with exquisite detail, something that Oriel is probably very familiar with, but even beyond what you grew up with. Adorned with symbols and motifs that represent their domains and influences. Above that platform, an oculus opens to the skies, revealing a panoramic view of the multiverse. Stars twinkle in a velvety expanse, and faint images of the realms beyond can be seen glimpsed, a reminder of the vastness of existence. Wisps of ethereal energy drift through the oculus, dancing in the air like delicate veils. Standing in front of this table, you see a majestic, enigmatic figure, regal but yet imposing, draped in robes that seem to be woven from the interplay of light and shadow. The features on them are both ethereal and solid, giving them an otherworldly, timeless quality. Their eyes are pools of deep, shifting colors that hold a profound wisdom and seem to pierce the very essence of those who stand before them. A sense of tranquility and solemnness radiates from their commanding respect and awe. Their robes are the embodiment of balance itself, with one side adorned in white and the other obsidian black, symbolizing the interplay between light and darkness, virtue and vice. The robes flow gracefully with intricate patterns and symbols, embroidered in shimmering threads that seem to shift and arrange. And as you guys are taking all this in, you hear a voice, not out loud, but in your heads. And it says, "Welcome, my friends, to a realm caught between worlds, Purgatia." He steps forward, his eyes filled with a mixture of sadness and wonder. Purgatia is neither the afterlife nor the living world. It's a place of transition, a realm where souls are given the chance at redemption. He paces forward and sort of gestures with his hands. Souls arrive here for various realms, carrying the weight of their deeds, both virtuous and malevolent. In purgatory, they face trials, challenges that reflect the nature of their lives. The ultimate goal? To cleanse their souls, to find balance between light and darkness. And he gazes at you all, his expression solemn as he points behind him to the 7 seats. I've brought you all in here because of your lives. Every single one of you has felt that impeding doom. You felt joy. You're also very strong warriors and tricky little guys, some of you, as he looks over towards Guts and he looks towards Sap. This realm is in danger. The malevolent sins of the material plane have attained magic items of magnitude beyond your belief, bolstering their power, but weakening the paragons of virtue. And he sort of moves slightly out of the way, his form almost shifting as if he had cast blur on himself. It's only now that you see, ever so faintly, humanoid shapes made of ethereal matter sitting in the seats. We've seen your lives, your pasts, your deaths, and the 6 of you have a range of skills and abilities that we need in order to reclaim the equilibrium necessary to uphold planes of existence. These paragons they're fading because the malevolent sins have taken control. And it's time we get this balanced, shall I say. You're being granted an opportunity that is rarely offered to the souls who make their way through Purgatia. I will personally send you back to the material plane with the task of retrieving these items from the malevolent sins by any means necessary. If you do, you'll not only be saving the world, but you'll be handsomely compensated with gold. And I'll grant each and every single one of you a wish.
Hey fella, I don't mean to interrupt you, but what if I'd
No, by
rather
all means.
just not do that?
Well, you'll be stuck here. You'll have to get back to being judged in the way that people would normally be judged. It's possible you may be enlightened to the astral plane, and it's very possible that you'll be sent down to the 9 hells.
Alright. Well, go on, I guess.
So
By
is
all
this like a
means, no
one-way
questions.
ticket?
This is, yes, I should call it a one-way ticket. Once I send you back, upon the unfortunate premise you may find death again, there's only but minutes where someone trained in religious arcane arts could possibly revive you. This is very much so your last chance to redeem your own lives and possibly do very good in the world.
So, I'm in.
Great, that's fantastic. I like this cheeky guy.
As you say, cheeky guy, I'm gonna just break down onto my ethereal knees and just start sobbing.
There, Tiger, what's got you down?
I've ruined everything. There's no redeeming my actions.
You have been through quite a tough ordeal, but let me tell you, a wish is very powerful. As a creepy, long grin creeps across his face, and not in a scary sense, but just with this mystical wonder upon his face.
Wish. I could wish for anything.
That's why they're called a wish, baby.
I'd probably wish for a little peace and quiet.
Hold
That'd
on.
be easy to do.
You seem to have mentioned something about sins. What are these sins you speak of?
Do you remember those aberrations and fiends that overtook you and your family? You
Aye.
think those just showed up naturally in forces so great? No. Somebody who, a very evil practitioner, came into your land and, with wielding one of these magical powers, one of these magical items, summoned these forces to take over the city of their own. I believe that one was Wrath, if I'm not mistaken. Did you feel the wrath?
Indeed, I felt the wrath. So did everybody else in that fucking capital.
This might
So
just
you're
be your
telling
chance
me-
to make it right.
I'll take it.
2 out of the 6, 1/3. I'm almost there, baby. Any other questions?
Just kill me now. Why have I been sent to this hell?
And as you say that, in your mind you see just a blaze of hellfire. You see lava rivers with groups of chained individuals walking across the bridges, their feet burning and searing. Screams of pain and agony and torture fill your head for just a moment.
And in that moment, I'm gonna fall back onto my ass and almost be so shocked by what I just witnessed that the tears stop, and I'm just sitting there, mouth open, like visibly startled and shaking almost in fear.
He says, there, darling. This is no hell. This is Purgatia. Having seen some of the deeds you've done, though, I wouldn't be surprised if your judgment took you one way or the other, if you know what I'm saying.
Who the fuck are you? Who do you think you're talking to?
And with a flourish of his hand and this prestidigitation of magical fireworks and glitter fall behind him, he says, my name is Thesmios.
Well, I've
Nice to
never
meet
heard
you,
of you,
formerly.
Thesmios. You wield some very strong magic that I've never seen. What makes me think you could grant these wishes and all these claims of gold? Who are you?
I'm sort of the arbiter of Purgatia. I don't do the judgment. I'm merely here to guide souls to where they shall be judged. I'm a tour guide here. Not really, but I more so watch over this place and make sure nothing gets out of hand.
Well, fella, if it gets me away from you, then I guess I'm in too.
You get a flash in your head of a small goblin person. He goes.
Gum?
He goes. My name is Gum Gum.
Fuck, I knew this was hell.
He says, "All right. I think that was gonna be my hardest sell. If
I've
you
got a
don't speak-
question.
Oh, the bark-covered one. Sap, yes, it was.
Yes, with all of us having our own problems back in our lives, we're supposed to just go back there and solve yours.
No, you see, not just mine, but your own. Or don't, I don't care. But it gives you a chance to do it again. And this is, like I said, an opportunity that rarely happens for souls such as yours.
I could
But
do
you
it
said
again.
these sins were causing havoc everywhere. How will we come up against a force like that with absolutely nothing?
You see in your head depictions and almost like replay footage of small townships huddling together, people, commoners wearing their best clothes that are dirtied and soiled and torn, and you see people who have made it out of these 7 cities that the sins have taken over. You see planning, and you see an effort to rally against the forces. He says, "You're not alone. I'm not sending you 6 into what could possibly be certain death. Depends on how you play your cards. There's lots of people out there who are sick of the influence of these 7 sins. They need help just as much as I need help.
So what help will we have?
You guys will have each other. I welcome you to yourselves."
I look around at the group and I sense that they are much stronger than I initially gathered. I say, if it gives me a chance to right my wrongs and to fix what I have done, then I'm in as well.
Looking over,
Lovely.
not realizing that I was in company of others, just so in my own pretentious little head. I pick myself up off the ground after my little tantrum, and knowing that people are watching now, I get my face right, fix my hair, and snap my fucking coat back in order, and I say, "Thesmius, count me in on your little adventure."
Fantastic. So great to have you, Oriole. And how about you? His gaze looked across to Gabriel. I don't think you've given me an answer yet.
I look around at the people near me. I look back. I'm not interested in gold, but I could use that wish and a second chance. I'm in.
Absolutely. Lovely. If you have any questions, just know. And he tosses you, Gabriel, a smooth stone with a small arcane sigil carved into the likeness of it. A symbol you've never seen before. And he says, if you have any questions or just need something, if you just want me to spice your day up, give me a little ring on here. It has a special sending. Stronger than a typical sending. It can reach me even through the plains. But remember, try to only use it in emergencies. I'm a busy man. As you all are gathered there, you see Thesmios reach his hands out in front of him and immediately spread his fingers wide, and within an instant, splitting the ground between you and him is a large, pure white willow tree that grows between you and him. Shimmering bark that's white but has these cracks of black and gray. It's easily 5 feet in diameter and boughs that reach up into the tower as high as you can see. The side of the tree facing you opens along these cracks of black and gray. And there's this bright light that's too bright to even look into. And he says, with your acceptance of this journey, please step into the portal. I'll return you to the material plane, along with any items you might have had when passing through to the other side of life and meeting me.
I'll step in.
Guts, as you start to get near this portal, you feel this resistance. And as you push through that resistance into the tree itself, you feel like released like a bubble popping. And you feel your body just vibrate and tremor into these otherworldly forces that are completely beyond your comprehension as a non-spellcaster.
What the
Um,
fuck?
Exactly. You become enveloped in this white light, unable to see anything and blinded by the white light. Who's going next?
As I step up to the portal, I take a look at its craftsmanship. I run my finger around the edge where the portal doesn't quite draw me in. I step forward into it.
Yeah, and you get that same sensation, feeling almost all the molecules in your body just racing at once before you pop, and you have this relief feeling as you get completely blinded by this ridiculously bright light.
Yeah, Casper's gonna follow.
Yeah, I'll save you guys saying the same thing 6 times over and over again, so if everybody flows through the old portal.
Okay. I've got one last question for you, Thespis.
Yes, Aaron.
My family's still down there.
You'll just have to find out. They might just be right under your nose as soon as you land.
Doubt it.
Yes.
I'm gonna step through.
We'll see.
Once I see Aaron go through, I follow.
Hopefully
Awesome.
Anthony stays behind.
I'm gonna give Thesmios an upturned look. Very judgmental. Really not giving him the respect he deserves. Kind of almost like I'm better than him, and I just think he's a liar. And I step through, very familiar with this type of magic.
Yeah. Yeah, and as he does, he gives you a real cheeky wink with a kiss. You guys are all sent through this expansive, this larger than you feeling, as your bodies come crashing down to reality. In this dome-like figure with arcane sigils cast aglow over the top of it. Pools of this Milky Way sort of cosmic liquid that has a soft blue glow to it. You all land across opposite sides of this stone tablet in the middle of the woods, and you have no fucking clue where you are.
Where do we go?
Well, fella, I guess we better take a look around and see if we can find anything. I'll walk over to Guts and pick him up because I assume he fell over on landing. Nice to meet you, little guy. I'm Casper.
I'm Guts. Nice to meet you. Thanks for picking me up.
Yeah, anytime, buddy.
So where are we exactly? Does anybody have any bearing of this place?
It's the woods, I think.
Fuck, I didn't even expect to get back here. Thought he was full of shit.
Can you believe that, huh?
Well, maybe we should just get walking, huh? See if we can spot anything along the way.
As everyone's having this conversation, I'm gonna walk to the center of this dome-like structure and take a peek at these runes and see if I can decipher them or make any kind of assumption about them.
First official roll of the campaign, boys. Roll me an Arcana check, buddy-o.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Sir.
okay. Oh my fucking god! Nat 20 plus 3.
No.
23! First fucking roll of this campaign.
Let's
Let's
go.
go,
No
dude.
way.
What the fuck?
It's gonna be a fucking good one.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a good one.
Woo!
So you take note of some of these arcane sigils. Even with the vast amount of arcane knowledge you have, these are all new to you. So something to take note of. And Tony, I will send you over a little drawing post this session so that you can keep those in your notes.
Heard. As a a noble-born young man, I would assume skills like hunting, gathering, that kind of bullshit are foreign to me. But doing a little sketch of my surroundings might be something that I do a lot. And I'm gonna do a little drawing of these runes and this landscape here in front of me.
Yeah, that's fantastic. You also take a look around at these sort of pools of this seemingly like this Milky Way liquid. As you reach your arm into sort of like see if you can touch it, you notice that the closer your hand gets to it, the further it gets away from you. It seems like illusion magic to you, but you know it's not true. It's just whatever the properties of this liquid is.
Wow. Interesting.
I want to
Anyone-
approach the other Dragonborn.
Yeah, by all means.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to Gabriel. Gabriel, was it?
Yes, Aaron, right?
Yeah, Aaron. It's nice to see another Dragonborn in the back here.
I agree.
Yeah, us we ought to stick close, I think.
We might have
I
to
don't
lead
trust
these little
much.
guys.
Yeah. Yeah. They seem like an odd bunch, I'm not gonna lie, but I think we'll be alright. Another question, did you fall with Bloodstone as well?
I did.
Alright. I'm sorry for your loss.
You as well.
And then yeah, I'm just gonna walk away and kind of like I'm not really gonna greet the rest of the party, but kind of nod at everybody and just say nice to meet you. Oh, I'm glad we could all be here. Had a second chance at life.
Hey, little fella Guts, right?
Yeah. What's
Hey,
up?
Are those your parents?
No.
Oh. To be honest with you, I never seen any of you guys before, so thought maybe you were just a young one of them.
Just small. That's all.
You're like a fully grown.
Yep. Full grown.
What are you exactly?
I'm a kobold, homeboy.
Oh, kobold. Oh, I've heard of those, but you're the first one I've ever met.
Cool.
Thought you might have been a little taller, but I guess not, huh?
No, sir.
Well, if you ever need a lift or something, maybe the big guy will carry you around.
Maybe. I think I'll be alright.
This
Thanks.
whole time, This whole time I've been just side-eyeing Guts with a bit of a grimace on my face. And do I hear them talking at all during that conversation?
Yeah, everybody's pretty close by. You probably got bits and pieces of it, but you probably weren't, unless you were like purposefully trying to eavesdrop on them. You probably missed bits and pieces as well.
Or I very much purposely shoot him a frown the next time he looks at me.
No acknowledgement. I'm kind of oblivious. It's fine.
I
For
think
now.
Casper is going to take this moment to sit down and cast Find Familiar.
Yeah, give me your flavor, baby.
Yeah, so I'm just going to sit there and kind of do some thinking, and out of nowhere pops up this black little raven. And it lets out like a squawk. Spreads its wings a little bit. And then just takes off and flies.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Ah, well, he's kind of not real, but he is at the same time. Hard to explain, you know?
Does he have a name?
Nope,
No.
sure doesn't.
Hmm.
Do you think he
Maybe
needs
we'll
one?
pick one soon. I think he could use a name.
Never even thought of naming that little fella. I just call him little fella.
And that's his name.
I kind of like little fella, actually.
I do too.
Oh, shit. I
Where's
guess
little
you-
fella going? Are you sure that's
he's-
even your bird?
Oh, I'm sure. He's been with me all my whole life.
So where is he going?
He's just soaring around. He ain't never seen so many colors before. Where we're from, it's mighty dark.
So
Hey guys, I don't recognize this place. Maybe we should start walking and look for landmarks that maybe one of us will recognize.
Hey, actually, that gives me an idea. My bird could let us know if he sees anything. Hold on just one sec. And then my eyes are gonna roll back into my head, and I'm gonna do a little glance around with a little fella.
He's having a seizure.
Guts goes over and like cups the back of his head, ready for him to fall.
You're doing it
I like-
all wrong.
Kind of
are
smacking
you
his
doing?
face a little bit.
If somebody's having a seizure, you want to put a piece of bark in their mouth
What the fuck?
so they don't swallow their tongue.
Oh,
here.
interesting Genasi trick there, my friend.
Are you gonna put bark in his mouth?
No, not my own,
Video
of course.
bark.
That's what it sounds like.
Somebody fetch me bark from a nearby tree. How dare you guys? That's disgusting.
You said it.
You know how badly that would hurt.
But don't you feel almost like you're a part of those trees as well? So if you're taking from another tree, it's kind of...
Got a point.
How dare you?
Do I see anything, Daddy?
Yes, my son. Is little fella flies in sort of this circular pattern up above you guys. You see a good distance of forest, at least a mile in the distance, until there's a bit of an opening that looks like it could be a trail or a road of some kind. In the eastern direction.
Alright, I'll snap back too. Ah, little fella seen something. Looks like if we just head east a little bit, we might get out of here.
Which way's east?
I actually have no idea, but little fella's flying back from that way, so we probably just go that way. Probably call it good.
Cool.
So
gonna
you
start
just have
walking.
a little... You just have this tiny seizure, and all of a sudden you can see through the thing you just sent through the air.
That thing's a
Seizure.
raven. You've never seen a bird before?
I've never
It
been
is
able to
low
cast
power.
spells. I mean, I'm born with dragon afflictions, but never seen spellcast like that. It's interesting, my friend.
Are you a reptile?
Just a soldier. I was trained by a paladin, and I hope to achieve the greater
Oh.
lengths.
Not what you do, fella. I meant, are you like, is your body a reptile?
Oh, am I a reptile? I wouldn't say much of that. It's more of a dragon, I would say. I'm
Oh,
more
wow.
scaly than a reptile.
Nobody has erectile dysfunction. Thank
I'm
you.
40 years old. Thank you for
Thank
bringing
you.
that.
Well, but
Just
guys-
started.
that's my
I-
bird.
I had to. That is my one and only pun allotted for the night. Yeah, so I imagine you kind of probably will just let little fella fly above you guys as you head the direction that you need to go, so that you
No, he
know
lands
which
back
way
on
you're
my
headed.
shoulder, actually.
Cool. So yeah, you guys trod through this pretty heavily forested area. The canopy is so thick that everything on the ground is shaded and sort of dense and wet. There's a lot of like ferns and plants that thrive in the shade like that. Succulents that line the bases of trees, and a ton of moss. As you guys make your way through these woods, Guts, you kind of recognize, like, it brings familiarity to you. The trees around where you're from and the plant life around where you're from is similar, but not exactly the same. After about 20 minutes or so of walking, you get to a road that sort of hugs this this river. Let me just pull up the old shittery-doo right here. The terrain switches from being heavily forested and mostly flat to a little bit more rocky and a little more mountains. A pretty wide river that snakes its way through the landscape, moving at an incredible speed. This is not just like your typical stream that runs through the town. This is very much so like a whitewater river. And actually, we'll put you guys just before the bridge here. This is the one page I didn't get ready. Sap, get out of here.
What happened there? Oh.
I don't
It's like,
know.
why am I so
God.
big?
Okay, so this map is pretty big, so sorry if you have to zoom in a lot to see what you're seeing, but
No worries.
You're good.
yeah, so you guys see this bridge that, contrary to this picture looking so fine and nice, this thing is almost completely unusable. There's cracks across it, stones that have fallen out from the middle. You get the idea that walking across this would be difficult and dangerous.
You guys got any ideas? Anywhere we could tie off? Maybe get an easier crossing?
Think we should turn around and head back. Probably better off dead, honestly.
Think better off dead is the way? Well, I actually have people that are waiting for me, so.
Maybe the pretty boy's got an idea.
Got a lot of ideas, you simpleton. Why don't you just keep trudging the way? What you're supposed to do.
Well, I knew he was a kind one, but wasn't expecting that. I got nothing.
Is there any like big rocks in there by chance in the river? Like obviously huge rocks.
Yeah, there's some that poke out of the water. It would take a decently high athletics check to try to jump across and land on them safely.
Okay.
I mean, your options are pretty limited. You have sort of a steep, mountainous sort of terrain to your left, and then all in front of you around this bridge is about a 10-foot drop into the water. And then there's the bridge itself.
Y'all know how to swim?
Yes, but not in a river like this.
No,
This is going very fast.
I don't think I'd be doing very well if I was wearing armor.
Yeah,
Trying
I would
to cross
sink
a
really
river.
quick.
Well, Sap, can you grow limbs?
Have you ever seen a tree grow that quickly?
There's not many trees where I'm from, fella.
I'm an Earth Genasi.
I don't know what the hell that is.
I wonder
Well,
if we throw you in, if you'll float, and we could just ride across your back.
I'm game. Set up camp and just stay here forever.
Nice and quiet.
How? So you said the bridge is pretty messed up. It's like obvious that it's not. Shouldn't use it.
You're welcome to use it, definitely. You just
I'm
get
gonna
the
push
sense that
everyone
it's
aside.
dangerous to go across it, but it's not impossible to traverse.
Visibly fed up with all these stupid fucking conversations, I'm gonna push everyone aside and like go out of my way to make sure I nudge every single one of you and just casually walk across this bridge talking to myself like, you fucking imbeciles. Stuck with these pieces of shit. I can't fucking believe it.
Yeah, re-roll a new character, bud.
Go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me dexterity.
Oh. Got it. 16.
You deftly walk into spots that feel safe and that feel solid. You make your way across.
Well, he kind of made that
Thought
look
you were
easy, didn't it?
Warriors. Thought you all had hard blood.
I'll try and follow in his footsteps.
Give me dex.
Hey, wait just a minute, fella. Does anybody got some rope on them?
I do. I have 50 feet.
Maybe you could toss
Throw
over
it
to that
to Oreo.
Throw it over to Oreo. Over here.
grumpy
Hey,
fella.
Oreo!
What?
You mind taking this fucking hempen rope, mate? Might help us all get over the bridge here. We might all fall in the fucking water.
Just walk across. It's not that fucking hard, you dragonborn.
That's fine.
Why don't you just fly across? I've heard stories of your kind.
Oh.
Oriel, if we're gonna be in this together, mate, we might want to work a bit together. It's not gonna be a one-man champ. You think you're gonna take on the 7 sins by yourself? You're gonna get every single apparition back? You're gonna do it all yourself?
Well, if
I don't
you
think
think
it'll
you can
work
toss
like
the
that.
rope this far, I'll do my best to catch it.
It's 50 feet. I think it'll fucking make it with the coil.
Let's see you throw.
Alright. Trying to throw this rope across. And I rolled a 17.
Yeah, the rope flies across the bridge to the other side. If he's gonna tie it up, he will. But yeah, it's just laying across the bridge right now.
Excellent throw, Dragonborn. You feel more safe with this hempen rope?
A little bit, mate. A little bit.
Tim,
I'm gonna drive a piton or whatever they're called from my Dungeoner's kit into the stone little tower here, whatever, like the little the end
Yeah.
of the bridge. Secure
Yeah.
it to the end there.
Yeah, roll me
Tink,
a survival check to see how good your knot tying is.
Five.
I thought it was gonna be another at 20.
As a privileged high life sort of elf, it looks great to you.
Sure you got it tight enough, right?
Looks excellent to me.
Excellent to him, boys. I might as well just stay back and hold it taut so while you guys cross.
My hands are noticeably soft, too. Just FYI.
Noticeably soft.
This guy could catch a football.
I think the little guy was planning on going.
Yeah.
The way he gets.
Yeah. I guess I'll grab the rope too. Fuck it.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your dex check and add an extra 1 to it because of the.
Fantastic.
One.
The one.
17. 18.
Yeah.
With
You,
plus 1.
you place your feet into spots that look safe and secure to you. And as crumbly as this bridge seems, you feel pretty secure as you make your way across.
Cool.
Hey, I see you're carrying that mighty sword. You think you could save me if I'm holding this rope?
Maybe.
Well, let's give it a try. And I step 1 foot onto the bridge.
The rock falls and kills Sap Feldspar.
Finally. The
Finally.
longest this character's ever lasted.
But for real, I take another step, maybe.
No, for real, you're dead. You gotta sign off, buddy. So it was nice having you. Yeah, roll a dex check, you dummy.
All right. I rolled a 15.
Yeah, same thing. You kind of stumble a little bit as you go, but you catch yourself on parts that you hope are sturdy enough.
Okay.
Roll me a perception check.
Don't mind if I do. I perceive nothing. That was a 2.
It's blind.
Yeah, the
Too
focus that
focused on my
you
steps.
have to keep to make sure you're getting across this safely. Beads of sweat pouring off your face as you tiptoe across this bridge. You make it to the other side.
I'll go next, boys. This could be bad.
Well, fella, before you go, I had a quick question. You look mighty big. Could I hitch a ride with you?
That could be too much weight. I think you'd be better off going on your own.
I'm a little bit afraid of the water.
Well,
All right.
you can do it. We
All
believe
right.
in you.
All right, show me how it's done.
I grab the rope and step forward. 14. Plus the one from the
14.
rope, right?
Plus the one from the rope.
So 15.
Yeah. Same fashion as Sap, you make your way across, treading very lightly. And go ahead and roll me a perception check.
12.
12. You aren't paying super close attention to this, but something that sort of catches your eye as you're finishing this last leg of the bridge is that the dust and the rocks that are sort of coming apart of the places where you're stepping, that dust isn't falling where it should. It's sort of staying. Like where there's a crack or there's a rock missing, there's still dust sitting there, covering that sort of that hole.
Boys, be careful. This is pretty sketchy. Be careful.
I'm
What'd you
gonna
say?
laugh.
I'm gonna laugh.
Oh.
Hey, Casper, I've kind of had enough of this high elf's laughter. You want to go over together?
Casper's gonna teleport to the other side.
Fuck you, then. And I'm going to walk across as well. And I rolled an 18. 19.
Has to hitch a ride, and you could have done that the whole time.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check. See where I'll make your way across there.
And it's going to be an 8.
Yeah, you just a bridge crossing. Got to be careful.
Well, I'm glad our whole party didn't get wiped out by a bridge. I guess we
By
should
a
probably
bridge.
move on.
I'm going to collect my rope as well.
Yeah, smart.
How'd the knot look?
The knot looked very poorly constructed and actually was just about to come undone with your crossing, Aaron.
Oriel, you talk a lot of shit for someone who can't tie a fucking knot.
You guys can't see illusionary magic when you see it, so that's a normal bridge, mate. I'll
Why
go
didn't you
across
tell us
it.
that before then, mate?
I'll go across it right now. We all made
If
it
was
across
an
just
illusionary
fine.
bridge. Why didn't you tell us before if we wasted all this time?
We must carry on.
Your arrogance will get you fucking killed one day, my friend.
I'm glad he's not crossing that bridge again.
I like this guy.
Fool.
All right. So yeah, you guys
Survive the
make your
bridge.
way along this path without really any major events happening. It's quite a beautiful walk, though. You've had this scenic river, this beautiful mountain to the right of you, and a waterfall in the distance. Unless there's anything you guys would like to particularly investigate or talk about as you're walking through here, then we'll move on.
I'm just gonna enjoy the surroundings.
Casper's gonna keep an eye out for any caves.
And as you guys look back at the bridge, as you continue moving forward, you see that it looks like a brand new, perfect bridge.
That's fucked up.
It was fucked up. As I pass through the bridge, kind of like, and walk a little bit forward, I'm gonna walk like maybe like 15, 20 feet away from the group, and I'm gonna kind of like press my hands together and whisper in my own incantation, and I'm gonna cast my divine sense and detect good and evil in the area.
Yeah. And detect good and evil. What's the
60
rate
feet.
on that?
Yeah, 60 feet.
You don't sense anything within 60 feet of you. Is it concentration?
No, it's just one cast, an action.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you don't notice anything evil or particularly good anywhere around you
Okay.
within that radius.
Alright. I'll come back to the party and just let them know. I don't sense anything around this area. We're good to press on.
Sweet.
All right. You guys continue walking along this path to a fork in the road. As you guys get closer, are you guys sort of like stealthing, or are you just kind of tromping along?
Cruising.
I'm just walking.
Trying along. Yeah.
Cruising, yeah.
Yeah, if you had no real reason to like
Yeah.
Nervous about anything yet? Minus that really terrifying bridge.
You fucker. The fuck.
He's done that. He's done that
So
every
many times.
fucking campaign.
So many times.
I've only done it once. Let's be honest here. I done it once, but I got your asses then, and I think I got everyone except for Sam and Anthony on this one. So I was happy about that. Sam PM'd me. He's like, "It's a fucking fake bridge again, isn't it?"
That's funny.
Oh.
As soon as I made it across, I was like, wait a second, we've done this.
Took 15 minutes to cross the fucking bridge.
Oh, the power you have as a DM. I am God. Yeah, so as you guys near this sort of signpost, you see that all of the destinations on it are completely scratched off. But you do see that there is some more foot traffic leading to the left than there is to the right. Not that there's none leading to the right. There's just more leading to the left.
Okay.
Well, which one of you is the navigator? Seems we need some navigation.
Birdman. Birdman. Hey, yo, Casper.
Oh. Hey, fella, you talking to me?
Yeah. Will you send your little birdie out?
Sorry, I guess I could do that.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Little fella's gonna take flight again, and Casper's bright orange eyes are gonna back of his head.
Yeah, the two separate paths lead in pretty different directions. Which one do you want him to check out first?
We'll take out the foot traffic one, and I guess I'm like looking for like a settlement, maybe a city, somewhere where we could find some work, get a footing in this world, and
Yeah.
we'll go left first.
Yeah, to the left, you see that the road follows back to the river, and along it, not too far away, there is a building. You don't see anyone moving around. Can you hear through your bird's ears?
Yeah.
You do hear a little bit of commotion.
Do birds have ears? I guess they do, right?
Yeah,
They
birds
have
have arms
holes.
too.
They got holes. There's
They don't
one
have
motion,
arms,
alright.
Tim.
Well, you check out Reddit. Birds have arms, and you get back to me, my guy. Yeah, there's a bit of commotion. Nothing that you can pick up specifically from the height that you are in the sky. It could be like a domestic sort of scuffle. It could be a crazy guy talking to himself. You can't really make out what's going on, but you do hear some like voices.
I'm gonna send little fella to go check it out. Let me check the range on him. Oh, sorry. He can only go 100 feet away from me.
Yeah, that's about as far as you can get without moving along. It's not too far up this path. Maybe within the sight that he can see, and like I said, just out of earshot. But
Beautiful. I'll check out the other side.
yeah, the other side winds back to the right, into sort of this little gully where you see the mouth of a cave and a couple fell trees, and that's all you can see without getting too much
Is
closer.
Do I see any like smoke in the horizon or anything like that?
Coming from the right way.
Just any direction.
You can see some kind of smoke pouring out of the mouth of the cave. Not like a ridiculous amount, but it seems like there may be somebody in there.
All right, I'll instruct the little fella to come land back on my shoulder, and I'll snap back to my body. Well, fellas, I think our best bet is heading right. There's a cave over there, and maybe we could seek shelter or do a little exploring, see if we can find anything.
My legs are tired. I could use a nice sit by a creek, or what did you say? A tavern?
No, I said that there was a cave.
A cave?
Yes. What's your name again, fella?
Oriel Blackthorn.
Yes, Mr. Blackthorn. There's a cave over there, and might be worth a dive.
I don't find myself rummaging through a cave. What did you see the other direction? And what was your name? Navigator?
My name's Casper. I don't know how I was nominated to be the navigator since I ain't never even been to this whole planet or plane of existence before. Whatever you call it in your tongue. But there's nothing interesting to the left that I can see. And I'm just gonna straight up lie to him.
Well, you are of elvish descent, and I'm sure you have a good head about you. So, if you think the cave is the right way, then.
And then with
Don't check the
Casper,
cave.
is it Blackthorn?
Blackthorn, mate.
And Blackthorn standing next to each other look like the complete fucking opposite. Like, could not be.
Yeah, very much so yin and yang. A very brightly skinned, golden haired elf standing next to a very sort of sad looking, dark pale blue skin is kind of what you're rocking.
Like a pale gray skin, yeah.
Yeah, like a dark pale gray skin. Black hair. It is very much so opposite standing next to each other. Yeah, so any other roleplay moments you guys want before we fucking take this over to the cave?
You do a lot of diving into caves, Casper.
Yeah, once or twice. Kind of the only thing I really enjoy in this life, so it's kind of a coincidence that we happen to stumble upon one.
Well, I guess that you can be our navigator through this cave system. Looking forward to it, Casper.
Well, you got a lot more chipper all of a sudden.
Well, it's nice to see one of my own out here, surrounded by pet dogs, tree men, and demonic dragons. I'd say, though you are quite a sad character, you are a very comforting face.
Sure.
All right.
Let's head to the cave, boys.
I forgot to mention that when you guys landed post teleportation, it was probably like mid-afternoon. At this point, it's nearing sunset.
Okay.
After we spent an hour crossing that bridge.
Yeah, after an hour and a half walk through the woods, and then about an hour trip to get across a 15-foot bridge.
Perfect.
Heck. That's how we do it.
As
Big
you
cave,
guys near this cave, you hear sort of a hum da-dum da-dum ba-dum da-da-dum ba-da-da-dum da-da-dum ba-da-dum in the distance coming from what seems to be the mouth of the cave.
I've heard this before. In books that I've read.
Fella, you heard a song in a book?
I misspoke,
I'm not
please.
sure how that works.
I believe
Oh,
this is
I
a troll.
can already tell they're gonna get on your ass this campaign, Tony.
Who's speaking to me? Is that Jesus? I think this is a troll cave.
Guys, everyone quiet for a second. And
You need
I,
to be careful.
I step a little bit closer towards the cave. I get down on one knee. I put my fist on the ground and close my eyes. And I use Divine Sense.
Hell yeah, brother.
Can you read to me what Divine Sense says? I don't have it off the top
so
of my head.
as an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet. That is not behind total cover. You can use this feature 3 times per long rest.
Yeah. You don't notice anything that is fey, fiend, celestial, or undead.
Okay.
But you hear this thump, da-dum, ba-da-dum, da-dum.
Kind of comforting, isn't it?
Near the cave.
Let's push forward.
Safe to say this cave is currently occupied, you guys. Are we sure we want to go making friends?
Yeah, beyond that,
Excellent
it's
point,
pretty
Tree Man.
obvious. Beyond that, it's pretty obvious that there is like a dim light coming from the mouth of this cave and like a small bit of campfire smoke.
They might be able to give us some direction on where the fuck we are. We don't know where we are.
They could be aggressive too.
It is possible.
People
It's okay,
singing in a
well,
cave may or may not know the way either.
Well, it looks like it's the end of the road.
Send your bird in.
Nah, I'm
nothing
gonna
to
take the
do.
lead on this and just start walking towards the mouth of the cave. I'm gonna put my sword on my back, kind of keeping myself non-threatening looking.
I'm going to follow Aaron.
No hope of things getting better.
Seeing as though I'm probably safest with the two biggest ones, I'm gonna follow along behind brutes.
I'm gonna walk alongside Guts and just kind of look down at him, side-eyed, as we're walking forward, keeping an eye on him.
I'm just oblivious, but I'm walking forward.
Yeah. As you guys get within about 20 feet of this cave or so, make a perception check for me, Aaron.
18.
18.
Damn.
I have no modifier on that.
There looks to be this sort of large rock sitting directly over the center of the top of this cave.
Over the center of it.
Yeah, you notice right away that is some kind of large humanoid curled up in a ball, facing away from the cave, just humming to itself.
I'm gonna kind of like stop the whole party for a second, and I'm gonna look back towards Oriole for a moment. I'm gonna kind of whisper it too, not to kind of alarm anything. You say earlier something about trolls, troll caves.
Yes, they sing stupid, dumb songs in their caves. They stink, they live in the dark. I've heard tellings of stories just like this.
I think you're right about this one. I think what I'm looking at inside there appears to be a giant humanoid creature. I couldn't think of anything else other than a fucking troll. That would be.
Look, you guys, I've traveled a lot in my time, and actually, I do speak a little bit of giant. Perhaps we just say hello?
It's the worst that could happen. I mean, we already died, right?
Y'all fellas seem a little apprehensive. Are these troll creatures you speak of dangerous or low?
They
Well,
typically worship a being they call the Destroyer. So do with that information what you might. I've only spoken with a couple who are in need of medicine. That I was
they'll
helping.
rip you apart.
Well, maybe
They're
then I'll
dangerous.
go first.
So they are dangerous, Oriole. That's what you're telling us.
Look at him.
I mean, yes, I can see the sheer size. And there's 6 of us, though. If it goes south, we could we could definitely take him.
Hey, well,
Well-
you're the one with the armor and the big sword, so carry on, my friend.
Send the tree in. He said he's gonna talk to him.
I'm not a tree, Gasper. I'm not a tree.
Sorry.
And-
Nasty.
I walk up a little bit to the front of the group here, and in Giant, I just kind of bellow, "Hello, can you hear me, sir?"
It's just labored grunting as he sort of picks himself up and sits and looks over at you and says, I've been needing a new toothpick.
Oh, no, no, no. Not a toothpick, but a friend, perhaps. What are you doing over there?
Friend? Or food?
Oh, you're hungry. Actually, I did see along the way another road and was curious if you happen to know where it goes. Perhaps there's food that way?
Not very good at directions. Good at smashing. And he gets up and you see his sort of long, lanky, laborious
No.
sort of body with a gigantic like a midway through its life tree that's just snapped at the base, and he's sort of sharpened its points at the tip, sort of a spiked club sort of look. Just need some smashing.
Are you offering to help me?
No. I help Willis.
Who is Willis?
Willis says not to say who Willis is.
Oh, that's okay, because actually, I really don't need to know who Willis is. But can you describe what his job is?
He give me money, God Cave. Food to God Cave. And I was starting to get hungry, so I was thinking maybe you're the food he sent me.
Oh no, as you can see, I am rather non-edible. In fact, not tasty at all. And these guys, half of them are made of scales. Unless you like chewing
I
on
don't mind.
the equivalent of gold coins, I think we should find you some better food. Or maybe you wait for the food that was being sent to you. It's not us.
The furry one in the back looks pretty tasty, and you would make about a week's supply of toothpicks for me.
I'm just gonna like hide behind one of them, just like hell no.
If you could just give me a second,
Nah.
and I want to turn to the party and just explain what I've learned.
He's not speaking giant, Sam. He's just speaking common.
Okay.
Everyone
Oh.
can understand him. Yeah, he's a troll.
Well, in that case, hey,
He's a troll. He's not a giant.
Trolls can speak giant, but he's just speaking common.
he's speaking
Okay.
common. Oh my gosh.
It's mad funny.
I just heard he was a giant thing. I thought he was a giant. Hey guys, so what do you think?
Hey, brother.
Anyone want to help me? You guys understand this, right?
This thing seems like it wants to just eat and eat and eat. I think Oriole is right. These things are fucking dangerous.
They're stupid dangerous.
It
I
doesn't
think
seem
you guys
very
could.
smart.
No, you could take him, but is it worth it, mate?
Honestly, suffer the loss just to fucking fight something that's already on its. It's got a point.
There's something in that cave he's protecting.
Maybe we could trick the fella. He doesn't seem very bright.
Well, I could do this, and I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation in my hand and like create the form of a rose.
That's not
That's lovely.
useful at all, buddy. But maybe like
Maybe like a
little-
food, a feast,
a
something.
little rabbit or something, or
A carcass.
I put a slice of pizza, something like this.
Something only a very noble, highborn person like you would even recognize.
Delicious, isn't it? Could we tempt him?
This
Try.
this slice of wet cheese.
If he's gonna move, I'm gonna hide behind Casper.
Yeah, I would like to back off and just be like, well, nice talking to you, Mr. Troll.
Okay, so you're gonna try and tempt him with a slice of pizza, or what's the plan here? You're gonna try to talk to him and see if you can
I think we should
hoodwink his
back
ass?
off.
What?
If we get his attention, we must kill him.
Well, I've already got his attention.
Pretty sure he can hear you, fella.
Well, you and your sword.
Now he's facing you, so it actually seems like he's listening. Just in case you forgot. I'm just happy Anthony's remembered his character name this campaign.
Well, what say you? You guys ready for a fight?
I guess so. Fuck it.
If I
Gosh.
must.
Dang it, why did I even talk to this guy? I was trying to make friends.
Well, fellas, I think we should make a habit of killing things for no reason. Maybe we could just ask him. Let me handle this, all right?
Sure thing, Casper.
I'm gonna walk
Aren't
over
we
to
supposed
Joel.
to fight the sins?
Hey, big buddy.
This looks like a bloody sin to me.
He does seem quite
Hey,
greedy.
Don't judge a book by its cover or something like that, I think they say. Hey, big fella. My name's Casper. What's your name?
Name Torag.
Hey, Thorag. Willis sent me and my friends over here to go inspect the cave and make sure you're doing a good job protecting it. So how about you let us in for just a couple minutes? We're going to do a quick look around there, buddy, and then we'll be on our way.
Willis sent you to make sure I do good job. Willis normally does that.
Yeah, Willis got caught up. He's a little busy today.
I never see no messenger leave or enter cave.
Well, today's a new day, big fella, and we got a little different way of approaching things. Willis sent me. My name's Casper. He told me to come find you, take a look in your cave.
Go ahead and roll me a deception check.
$17.
17. You can almost see the math equations going through his face. You just see this look of focus on his eyes. He thinks very deeply. Says, if Willis needed, but Willis said no one in cave. But Willis sent for guy. Willis be mad at me if I don't do job good. Maybe that's why he check on me. And he says, okay, but only long enough to go say to Willis that I do really good job. Maybe he pay me more?
Yeah, fella, I think Willis was looking to give you a raise, actually.
Oh, this is fantastic. Yes. Enter. And he comes back up.
All right,
Before
big guy.
before you
Yeah.
go, may I interject?
He's not going anywhere, Sap. This is his cave. He's gonna watch the door for us.
Yeah, so excuse me one more time, Mr. Troll. When does Willis
Thorag.
use Thorag, of course.
Not Torag.
Torag. Okay, Torag. My name is Sap. I'm also here with Casper, checking. But quick quiz for you. Quick test.
Hey, Sap, I don't mean to interrupt, but the man already said we could check out the
Go
cave.
in.
We're
Yes,
in, brother.
Quick test though. When does Willis usually come on his own?
Willis doesn't normally leave cave often. Willis sticks around. Willis has lots of people do stuff for him. Kind of like me, Torag.
When does Willis come and check on you usually?
Willis should probably tell you that. Willis doesn't check on me, he pays me.
Okay, great. In that case, you've passed. Good
Okay.
job. Good job, Torak.
And he curls up and faces the other direction.
Okay.
Nice, Casper. Nice work, mate.
Can
Was
I,
quick on
I
the
would
fly.
I would like to whisper to Casper, just making sure we're not gonna get, caught by this
Hey,
Willis fellow.
Were you purposefully speaking giant that whole time to be impressive, or were you just speaking common back at him?
Oh no, I was trying to speak giant. Yes.
Yeah, so in your own interpretation, how does that sound in giant to you?
Well, I apologize because I may have been a little loud with the baby in the house, but I was trying to say hello.
No, like if you were to think of what would giant sound like, that's not English, how would it sound?
You can
Um,
risk yourself, Sam.
You can do this.
Sorry, I'm cutting out a little bit.
Excuses.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
He
Mike.
just leaves the stream.
Sorry.
Oh,
He's
great.
like,
I'm cut now.
Zongabong.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. That was fucking perfect. We got that recorded, right? The session's being recorded?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, perfect. Blackmailing.
Wait, am I
ingredients
here?
For the future. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
there.
we can hear you, buddy.
Can you not hear us?
I could hear you from the other room, but I couldn't hear anybody else.
Okay, so yeah, you guys make your way into the cave. So
Holy shit.
as you crest around this first sort of corner in the cave, there's these torch sconces on the wall that are lit. You see a campfire up about 10 feet with some ladders scattered around. And with your range of vision, you will see a kobold sitting down there, an orc up above him, another orc there, and then another kobold that's on this ballista. None of them really seem to be paying super close attention to the entrance of the cave. They're all kind of this kobold at the base of the ground here. He's kind of like leaned back up against the rock, sort of like this greenish gray scaly fur with some sort of ragtag leather armor. This orc is equipped with a bow. He's kind of looking the other direction, talking to the guy on the ballista. They're shooting their shit. He's got like very plain, like a tunic that's sort of, you'd imagine it's probably his best clothes, but it still looks quite beat up. There's an orc here who's wearing sort of like a chain shirt, but with like some shorts on, and rocking a mace. And this kobold here has got a little bit of armament on him as well. But he's mostly being blocked by the ballista sitting in front of him.
Well, fellas, I think we just tell him we're here to see Willis and we need to make our way to the back. What do y'all think?
Knowing it's a
Sounds like-
terrible idea, I'm just gonna say, yeah, let's do it.
Well, Mr.
I
Blackthorn,
would prefer not to do the talking anymore.
Mr. Blackthorn, I was actually kind of thinking you'd lead the way.
Nose goes.
and I'll flick my collar out, prepare myself, and I'll strut to the front of the party here and lead us through. Come on.
Yes, you're just going cool, calm, confident, collected.
Yes.
Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl.
Yes, carrying my staff almost as a cane, tapping it on the ground. Pimp confidence.
Pimp confidence. I like that. And if we ever do merch, Pimp confidence is going to be the first t-shirt I make. You get to about under this bridge before the guy on the ballista sort of takes notice of you, and he goes, fellas, we got some intruders coming in through here.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
Calm yourself, boys. We're here just to check over the situation. Willis had us come in as an outside party to check on everyone here, make sure they're just doing their jobs correctly. Please just carry on. Don't mind us. We're going to pass through. Carry on as usual, please. And I'm going to continue walking.
Not so fast. I've got a bead on your chest. This is about a 5-foot arrow. Not a good recipe for a pretty-looking fellow like yourself.
Pretty.
Willis,
Thank
Willis
you.
sent you, huh?
Yes.
And why the fuck would he do that?
To check on how you're doing your job, mate. And I'd say you're doing it rather well, guarding the interests.
Roll me a deception check.
Can we?
I was tempted to say at disadvantage.
He complimented him.
Just the stutter and the
Well, he's doing this.
Oh,
Can I
not good.
whisper
12.
mage armor
on him.
on myself?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely you can.
12.
12.
I appreciate the compliments and all, but that's really not how it works here. Willis isn't like our leader here. We all work together. He doesn't need to check on us, so something's up. Tell us why you're really here.
I'm gonna run away. Like,
You fucking idiot.
Make
I
Make
cannot
me,
sustain damage. I'm doing the run that like Captain Jack Sparrow does too. Like,
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Fuck you.
12.
You turn around and you get about 2 steps away before you hear a as this huge arrow is released from a bowstring, landing centimeters away from your heels as you run away, sticking into the ground behind you.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and roll me some initiative, boys.
Oh my God.
Hands up like, oh no.
Fuck.
Holy shit. Woo. 13. Sorry.
Oh,
Do the thing.
22.
Zap.
Hold on, let me get a little doodle in here. 22 for Casper. 20 to 15.
No one?
Nobody.
Okay.
Anthony, I was just about to whisper, tell him we want to join their gang. And your ass just runs away.
Dude, I'm scared, bro.
Yeah.
Can't
Oh my
take
God.
damage. I can't take any.
15 to 10.
14.
13.
Yeah, it's not good that I'm in the front. I just realized that.
14 for Gabriel. 13 for Oriel.
I rolled a 7.
And I rolled a 3.
7 for Aaron. And a 3 for Sap. Okay. Top of the initiative order is going to be Casper.
Sweet. We're getting into it. How far is this guy away? 45 feet. I'm gonna cast Toll of the Dead on the guy with the big arrow thing. So Wisdom saving throw of 12.
Seven, even with a modifier, I don't think is gonna do it.
Sick.
And who are you
So-
targeting?
The guy with the guy that shot his thing.
Sure.
Sick. So this creature is just gonna hear loud bells just ding 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 hit his fucking brain. And he's gonna take 7 points of necrotic damage.
Alrighty.
And then how tall is this? Is this a cliff?
Yeah, it's about 7-8 feet high. It's not like super high.
Can I get up there? How much of my movement would it take to get on top of it?
How much movement do you have?
I
30?
have 30 feet.
Yeah, you'd probably be able to get up to the edge, maybe like right in front of this sleeping bag, like in
Okay,
this square here.
Can I go right there?
Yeah, either one of those works.
All right, I'll scamper my way up the cliffs and kind of just try to keep my head down a little bit.
Alrighty. This orc with a bow is going to see you scamper
Fuck.
up the edge,
Fuck.
and with an already strung bow, take a shot at you. It's going to be a 15 to hit.
With my mage armor, that misses.
All right. So this arrow makes direct contact with you, but sort of glances off of this mage armor that you've attuned yourself with.
Yeah, and
He's
when my
going
mage
to-
armor is on, it just looks like a dense fog is just like dripping off of my body, like a dark black fog.
He's going to then back up and take cover behind this. These sort of things are like pillars of stone that connect the ceiling to the floor.
Okay.
So he's going to take cover behind that. Next up is going to be this other kobold, who is going to ready in action to dodge. So he just is sitting down there at the bottom. He says,
Come get a piece of me. Come get a fucking piece. Make my day.
and holds his action to the first person to come into his range of attack. Next up is going to be Gabriel.
All right, I'm gonna take a few quick steps forward until I'm under this bridge right here, and I'm gonna open my mouth real wide, and a ball of blue flame is gonna start circling around in my mouth, and my mouth just keeps opening and opening and opening, and I reach my head back super far to where it's almost unnatural looking, and as soon as I snap it forward, a beam of blue fire goes towards this orc number 2 on this bridge.
Anthony, bro, fix your mic.
He's
Not
breathing
me,
on
dude.
it.
It's Sam. It's Sam.
There's no way.
I'm seeing it on Discord.
There's no way it's me, dude.
This epic description is totally
Yeah.
fucking.
Thanks, guys.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's my breath weapon, 30 feet range, and my breath weapon's different than usual breath weapons. Mine's like a straight line instead of a cone, and it has further distance.
Okay.
I have 30 feet instead of 15.
Okay, so you taking out this kobold fighter in front of you, or who are you aiming at?
The orc number 2 on the bridge.
On the bridge. Cool.
Yep, and it's a Dex 12 saving throw.
Dex 12. That's a 6. I don't think even with any modifiers he's going to get helped by that. No, that's a +1. So 7 total. He takes whatever damage you give him, buddy-o.
6 damage.
Level
Yeah.
1, baby.
He's going to sort of try to stop, drop, and roll on the ground. Looks pretty hurt, and I'm actually going to make him prone for that.
Okay.
Next up is going to be Oriel.
Are these boulders next to the party here on the left and right? Are those?
You cut out at the end. Are they what?
Oh, are they big enough for cover?
Like these ones here?
Yeah.
No, not quite big enough for cover.
All right, I'm gonna use my full movement to try and get up behind Casper here.
Yep. Yeah, you
I
can
think I
get up
can
there.
make it with 30 feet.
Yeah.
Alright. And with that, I'm still gonna be disengaged from action for now. Kind of hide behind Cat.
Do you want to hold an action for anything? You can hold like a dodge or an attack or.
I'll hold a spell. My staff is gonna start to glow like a mild lime green, all in the cracks of its wood.
Cool. Yeah. So just let me know whenever you want to go before your next turn comes, and you can launch that. Next up is going to be this kobold again. He's going to take his action to try to reload the ballista, and he's going to hang there. Next up is the orc on top of this tower here. He's going to... Yeah, he's going to go ahead and take a look at the front of this party here at Gabriel. Gabriel, you feel at your feet this sort of a returned blue fire emerging from your feet. He's going to cast Sacred Flame. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Said dexterity.
Yeah, saving throw.
$19.
That's a definite pass.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, no half damage or anything on that. After that, we've got Aaron.
I'm gonna move up a couple paces, kind of like here, I suppose. And I'm gonna try and you're gonna see basically I kind of like buckle my head back, and in the same fashion as Gabriel, a golden fire weapon comes out, and I'm going to aim at the bridge that this orc is on right now.
Yeah.
Kind of like under him and all that, and that's a Dex 12.
He makes the save with a 15, but the bridge is now on fire.
Perfect. Awesome. And then yeah, I'll just stay right here.
So mechanics-wise, at the start of his next turn, he'll take fire damage if he stays
Yeah.
in that spot.
Yeah.
Great. Next up is going to be Sap's Feldspar.
All right. Good thinking, Aaron. And I run over behind the rock next to him, and I peek my head out over the left side, or my left side there, and I cast a firebolt at the crossbow.
At the guy on the ballista.
Ballista
At the ballista itself.
Okay, to get a view of him, you'd have to probably be like closer to there or there.
Yeah, that's what I was wanting.
Okay, cool. Yeah, toss a firebolt, see if you hit.
Sorry, I rolled it and it went away. I rolled a 6.
Unfortunately, that is gonna miss.
Dang.
Any bonus actions or anything you can do?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, no worries, man. Win some, you lose some. 22, Casper, at the start of initiative order, you get to go again.
Did Guts go?
No, I didn't go.
Oh, my bad, Guts. I didn't get you an initiative order. What did you do? You remember what you rolled?
7.
7.
Oh.
Oh, that's why, because you tied with Aaron. I put you in there now. And you can
No worries.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Really quickly, could I do a bonus action? Sorry.
We already passed the turn, buddy.
Okay. I'll just I'm gonna rage.
Hell yeah.
There we go. And then
I see.
I'm gonna use that as my bonus action, and then I'm gonna use my action to dash towards the kobold. I don't know how to check the feet, but you can go 60 feet.
Yeah, he's well within range. It's like 35 feet from you.
Perfect. All right. I'm just gonna. Can I get like right here?
You actually don't even have to use a dash if you would have 30 feet of movement. You can just use your movement to get there. You can still have your action.
Okay. Well, then I'll just roll for attack then.
Yeah, because melee's within 5 feet, and
Yeah.
I measured 35 to him, so you're good.
Okay. Cool. All right. That's a 21 to hit.
Nice.
That
Let's
more
go.
than hits. Yeah, that's without a
And
doubt.
I'm gonna yeah, okay. And that is a 5 points of damage. And I believe +3. Okay. Yep, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, 5 damage to him. He's not looking great, but he's not looking close to death.
Cool.
And then now, sorry, it'll be next up. It'll be Casper.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna run up and get behind this pillar as well. And it looks like I still have a little line of sight for the ballista guy, so I'm gonna hit him with a little chilling touch. Roll to hit. That is 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
So you see Casper kind of stomp his stick on the ground and point it straight at the guy with the ballista, and a ghostly green skeleton comes flying out of his staff over to the guy in the ballista and just fucking grips him. And he takes 3 points of necrotic damage.
3
Kobold
points of
1.
necrotic damage on Kobold 1. Yeah, Kobold 1 is not looking too hot. He immediately gets this ghastliness to his figure. And his eyes almost have like ice crystals starting to form in them. Still alive, but not looking good.
Sweet, that's all for me.
Cool. Next up is going to be this guy. He's going to switch from his bow. He's going to come out and engage with Casper, trying to get him in a grapple where he's got his daggers held up against his throat from behind.
Fuck!
Give me a contested athletics.
Athletics?
Athletics.
15.
You feel this orc's muscular arms, and you could tell his forearms have gained a lot of muscle from years and years of drawing a bowstring back. You managed to just find the right angle and slip your head out from underneath his arms.
Yeah, I imagine I do like the old classic like heel stomp right on his toe and kind of like duck out from under him.
Yeah, that's perfect. Everybody okay with going like 5 minutes over on this?
Yeah.
Cool. So that's going to be his turn. Kobold 1 has got another shot ready to aiming at Sap now.
Oof.
I'm not rolling super high on attacks tonight. A 10.
Oh, thank
A
God.
10 does not hit.
Yeah, and you feel this wind as a large arrow whizzes past your head, thudding in the distance behind you with a twang. Next up is going to be Gabriel again.
I take my greatsword off my back, and I flip it around where I'm kind of holding it like this. I kind of plant the tip of it into the ground, and I start sprinting with it dragging across the ground towards this Kobold 2. And as I approach him and I get closer, I do like an up slash with my greatsword.
Fuck yeah.
18 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Go. 8 damage.
And that was on the Kobold?
Yeah, the guy that's next to Sap and Guts.
This guy here?
Yep.
Yeah, how do you want to do this?
So it's a big blade, and as I'm sprinting and I'm gaining momentum, and there's kind of like I'm hitting rocks every once in a while, and there's sparks flying from my greatsword, and it's like come up and I am like right up next to him, and I up slash. It cuts him right in half, right up the middle.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. I think that is a good note to end this on, actually. That was the first casualty of the campaign. We'll pick up this combat next week when we do our second stream ever.
Hell yeah, boys.
If there's
Well done,
anyone
you
that's
guys.
stuck around this long to watch this whole thing unfold, thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us.
Yeah, seriously.
We will be we'll be doing this every Monday, 7 to 9, for as long as we possibly can. I mean, I want this campaign to go on for like at least a couple years. So,
Yeah.
so
It's the move.
see
Yeah,
that then.
only gonna
Hop-
get better.
hop
I got
onto the
one
ride.
question. One question. So the guy in
Yeah.
the beginning, when we were getting a second chance, what was his name?
Esmios.
Thesmios.
Esmios. Yep.
Esmeralda.
Yep. That's it.
All right, man. Well, that was awesome.
Sweet, it was
Sick.
fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had fun too. And thanks again one more time to Atraxian Bear and Seppuku for the awesome battle maps that we played with today. I hope you guys
Yeah.
liked them. And I will probably try to figure out putting a link into our YouTube VOD whenever we end up uploading that. So
Yeah.
that you can go
A
check them out.
huge shout out to our mod as well, Bryce, for putting this
Yes.
whole thing
Oh
together.
my god,
Yeah,
yeah.
shout out.
Thank you, Bryce.
Thank you,
He's
Bryce.
the one that's been in control of all the music that you've been hearing.
Yeah.
He
On the
helped
ones and
us
the
set up this
twos.
entire stream overlay, and
Woo.
much more. He's just been a huge part of this. So thank you, Bryce.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
And all
Thanks,
this
guys.
music too. If you want to see this music, this is on Bardify on YouTube. So I appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
Sick.
great. Well, with that, signing off, and we'll see you guys next week, 7 o'clock PST.
Thanks, everybody.
Sweet, it was fun.
Sure.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, man.